It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Lane USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Thursday to you. It's good to be back. It's good to be back with you.
Good that you are back. Been in Jamaica with Convoy of Hope, and what a mess that was. But I know Convoy is still there, but I am glad that you are home.
Yeah, well, Convoy is going to be there for several months because it is a terrible situation. Category 5 hurricane hit, wiped out the west side of the island. So we went into that area delivering supplies. What we're doing, what Convoy's been doing, is buying the supplies in Kingston, food and water and hygiene items, baby supplies, those sorts of things, and then driving them over to the west side of the island that was really hit hard. And then boats are coming ashore also with the supply that we're sending from Springfield and from Atlanta, and even from our regional distribution center in Sacramento, California. So it's going to be a long haul. People need a lot of help. Many of them have no food, water, any of the other things I mentioned, or shelter. So they're sleeping outside, and it's going to be that way for a long time. Sadly, it seems.
Yes. Well, we are glad that you were home and safe, and prayers for the people of Jamaica and the rest of the team still on the ground there. In other news, more ICE detainees are in the Greene County Jail now after a routine traffic stop Tuesday morning. Authorities say they stopped a driver who had 7 people inside the car, and they came up to be undocumented immigrants. Homeland Security took them into custody, all 8 of the people, the 7 passengers plus the driver, there near Glenstone and Sunshine, and they are being held. We told you this was upcoming, and now the Missouri State Supreme Court has heard the arguments to overturn the death penalty of Craig Wood, the man who was convicted of raping and brutally murdering 10-year-old Haley Owens in Springfield 11 years ago. His punishment was already upheld by the Supreme Court in 2019, but now Wood's attorneys say that Haley's parents, the victim's parents, actually wanted to give him a life sentence and not the death penalty. The state says that may be true for Haley's mom, but they don't actually know what the rest of her family was hoping for. So the state's highest court heard the arguments yesterday. They will soon issue a ruling on that. We'll keep you posted.
Well, of course, that's a story that a lot of Springfieldians remember very well. It hit home with a lot of families, including our own, because we had an 11-year-old daughter at the time. Some good news now for drivers in Ozark. The bridge over Highway 65 there at CC, so CC eastbound over Highway 65 by the Lamberts exit, is now open again. And it's cause for celebration for anybody who lives over there. Crews have been working on that bridge for about a month now. What they did was add a turn lane on eastbound CC onto northbound 65. So it's now open and functioning, and everybody's happy. The crews are going to move on to Highway 160, the bridge there over Findlay River in Highlandville next. That work will start on Monday, and then it should wrap up the beginning of December. So another month of road work, but it's somewhere else that time. So easier to deal with a month at a time. We told you that this week Springfield voters rejected an additional 3% lodging tax that would help fund the construction of a new convention center in Springfield. Well, now the city is going to have to look at other potential sources of income for that, to fund that. No word yet on exactly what those sources could be, because it's a lot of money. But the city leaders say that the rejection of the tax does not necessarily mean a rejection of the project in total. That measure failed by about 400 votes. So we'll keep you posted as city leadership settles more clearly on their next move in trying to get a convention center in Springfield.
Yeah, I heard that they were looking through other sources of funding, but we shall see what they are. We know the state, I think the state had pledged to give some.
Yes. Yeah, the state was going to come through with some, but there was still a lot left over.
Right. Veterans Day is on Tuesday of next week, but already, like as we speak, Homecoming Week, Veterans Homecoming Week is currently underway in Branson. It runs from now through Tuesday, the 11th, of course. If you go to explorebranson.com, there are a host of events happening in Branson that people can be part of. Just to highlight one or two, the POW MIA Service of Remembrance is happening this morning at College of the Ozarks. And if you've not been to an event at College of the Ozarks, it's very, very amazing. I mean, they do such great work. So it's worth going to 8:00 this morning. So if you're up and at 'em early watching this, maybe you can get there on time. Also, in the Ballparks of America buildings from now through Veterans Day from 9 to 4 every day, you can visit Veterans Village. It is a place set up where thousands of military veterans and their families, as well as active troops, first responders, can gather for food and fellowship and entertainment, live music. They have many more events listed for Veterans Homecoming Week at explorebranson.com. You can see a long list.
Branson really does an incredible job in saluting our veterans every year, and they just do such a great job with it. So good for Branson.
It's like city buy-in. The whole everybody buys. Yeah. Which you can do that when you have buy-in from everybody. It's cool. Yeah,
everybody's bought in. You're right about that. It's a neat opportunity for a lady from Lamar. Jane Moyer is an interior decorator there. She has been asked to help decorate the White House for the holidays. The actual not a White House, the White House. You know what I mean?
The one on Pennsylvania Avenue?
Yeah, that one. 1600 or something like that.
That's right.
First Lady Melania Trump put out the all call for volunteers to apply online if you'd like to be part of that. Then she selected a couple hundred to take part, and Mrs. Moyer is one of them. So congratulations to Jane Moyer. We'll see what she gets with that. Maybe she gets a picture with the first couple. Or maybe she's just going to be in the basement putting up ornaments. I don't know. Or pulling stuff out of the attic. I'm not sure what that looks like. But good for her regardless.
Okay, there's two people that need to see this story. Jen Berry, because she would have been selected. She could show off her skills. And Renee Texter and Sherry Perkins, her sister, the ones that just opened the table, the new restaurant in Springfield at the old Silo. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Because Mrs. Moyer is an actual interior decorator. And those other three that I just mentioned, I feel like if they would have known about said application process, they probably would have been selected.
I don't know what the criteria is to be selected, but that's pretty cool.
I'm assuming you have to be good at your job. Yeah. That's my guess.
I mean, to submit a resume, what do they submit? Don't know.
I don't know, because I have no business applying for that. But I'm guessing that you have to say, here's my living room, or here's my restaurant that I just did, or here's my house.
Survivor audition?
Yeah.
It's like the Apprentice audition.
I know how to apply for Survivor. I just don't know how to get on.
Get chosen. Yeah, that's true. All right. What's going on this weekend?
Survivor videos were so good.
Yeah, well, I shot them.
They were so good.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
What are you going to do?
I'm probably going to apply again, to be honest with you, just to prove my point.
Okay.
Just in case I get selected, so we can go back to this very clip and say, and look at her now.
She called it.
Okay, before we go, a couple of events to tell you about. We are upcoming on the weekend, which is exciting. And if there's anything that says it is the Christmas season, indeed, it is the Red Kettles. And on Saturday at the Battlefield Mall, it is the Red Kettle campaign kickoff. I can't even believe it. They're going to have the mascot bell ringing challenge with giveaways. The children's chorus will be performing at 11 a.m. So that's pretty cool. And I feel like, wow, I cannot believe that it is already time to put out the Red Kettles. Also this weekend is the Relics Antique Mall open house, holiday open house, as they call it. And you know that Relics is super popular. So head out there this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And they have some free like goodies, like little treats to get you in the door. And then you can do some shopping. And it's Christmas time in the city, you know? And finally, one more thing to tell you about is the First Friday Art Walk, because if there was never an art walk with good weather in the winter time, I know we're still technically fall, but it does kind of feel like Christmas has begun. It's going to be nice weather.
Nice.
So how about tomorrow night? Get out to the First Friday Night Art Walk.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. The boy has soccer this weekend. It's going to be warm. It is going to be warm. So that'll be, at least for one of the days. I think the cold front comes between Saturday and Sunday. Make sure you stick around for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather. She can tell you for sure. But I just play an amateur meteorologist on a podcast. And I think it's going to be a nice Saturday. And then like a 25-degree drop on Sunday. Yeah.
That is my recollection as well.
Double check with Abby.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Welcome home, Ethan, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. We are waking up with mild temperatures once again, well above the freezing point in the Ozarks, with temperatures in the low 40s. We have another mild day on tap, but a bit more cloud cover is going to limit that afternoon high. I have 65 degrees for the forecasted high in Springfield today. Plenty of sunshine, though, early on, and the winds not too bad in the forecast today. So as we look at the extended forecast, the next couple of days still look very nice. We have warm afternoons. Generally, we're running between 5 and 10 degrees above average for this time of year for those afternoon highs. These mild temperatures stick with us not only today, but also tomorrow and Saturday, when numbers will be above average. Again, upper 60s, low 70s through this time frame. Things change for us late in the weekend. I'll get to that in just a minute, but at least for the time being, we've got a warm front lifting through, allowing for our temperatures to respond and warm up rather nicely. There is about a 20% chance for some showers in the forecast. That happens overnight tonight into early tomorrow. It's not a big chance. And for most of the Ozarks, this is going to happen up in central Missouri. Very light rain chances in the forecast. That's going to be for our northern counties. Springfield might stay dry on this one. That's overnight tonight into early tomorrow. There will be some cloud cover in the forecast, though, as a result tomorrow. And I mentioned the increase in cloud cover in my forecast for this afternoon. As we look at the forecast for the weekend, it's one really nice day and one that is really cold. We're going to have a pretty powerful cold front come through, and it brings with it a doozy of a cool down. Highs will fall to the 40s. Lows falling back into the 20s. So we're cutting our temperatures by quite a lot as we head into Saturday, into Sunday. It's going to be very chilly in the Ozarks with highs in the 40s. So make sure you plan accordingly for weekend activities. Saturday looks like a great outdoor day. Sunday, not so much. Should be rather cold in the Ozarks. We do have that about 20% chance for a little spot shower tonight into early Friday morning. And then Friday afternoon looks great. High temperatures in the low 70s. We'll stay there for Saturday. That big cool down that I mentioned, it comes around by the time we get to Sunday. Around the country, here's what's making headlines. It's unsettled weather for the Northwest and Northern California, with flash flooding threat for parts of their region through much of Friday morning. High wind watches are making some national news headlines for the northern mid-Atlantic and portions of southern New England. And all that is happening while the southern tier of communities have dryness continuing. With fire season started, everybody's kind of on high alert for that, but no active warnings in place today. So that is some good news around the country. All right, here's a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question yesterday was this. In 1961, the Soviet Union launched the first animal into space that was not a dog. What species was it? The options were A, a guinea pig, B, a mouse, C, a rabbit, or D, a frog. And this is a bit of a trick question because the facts here are that on March 9th of 1961, a Sputnik 4 mission carried 2 guinea pigs along with a dog, mice, and reptiles. However, the guinea pigs were the only ones that survived the flight and were recovered alive, making them the first of their kind in orbit. A dog had previously made it. So the other options either came later or never flew actually into space. So congrats if a guinea pig was your choice. Here's the trivia question for tomorrow. Which of these famous paintings was not stolen from the same museum in 1994, but instead vanished from a different museum in 1985? Do you think it was A, The Concert by Vermeer, B, The Storm on the Sea of Galilee by Rembrandt, C, Landscape with Obelisk by Govert Flinck, or D, Poppies by Monet? Which of these was not stolen in 1994, but instead vanished in 1985? Do you know which one is the outlier? You can let me know your guess. That's at the website aroundtheozarks.com. Big shout out to our sponsors this morning: Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a great one. We'll chat again tomorrow morning.